Check 1, 2, hello, my name is Derek Porter, aka Wigsby, and welcome to Similo Nights for July 2025. Whew. Still going, playing Similo for so many years, and we're still keeping it going. Monthly streams of Similo live every second Wednesday of every month, barring weirdness. But we always try to do a monthly Similo stream at the very least. Anyway, let's see. It looks like Karen is in the Discord. Good evening, Karen. If you're there. Well, I don't know. If you're there, I don't hear you, but So, how this works, if you're new around here, is...
I see what happened.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you are. There's Karen. There's Karen.
My cat turned my microphone off.
Yeah. I don't know how many folks we're going to have tonight, but if anything, do you want to go ahead and shoot a game over to be clue giver? That would be fantastic. Let's see. Yes, I've been visiting with my good friend, my friend Liz. Who's played some... I think she's been on the channel a couple times over the years. But she's also the artist that did the personal best peanut butter remote that I have on my channel and the starting line face plant. She's done a few art assets for me over the years, so she's like an official Wigsby Check 1 2 artist. So,
nice.
But she's in town for the next for July and August, so I'm going to try to get some games in with her. I want to just talk about a game I played today. So I went to a game store. I haven't paid much attention to Dice Tower Essentials games for a long time. I didn't, even when I worked for the Dice Tower, I didn't fully understand the premise of the Dice Tower Essentials line, because when it was started, when it first launched, it was sort of introduced to be sort of what Restoration Games turned out to be, where they would look for old games and then bring them back into print. And now I think it's more just games Tom Bassel personally wants to see brought into print. They're just kind of game... I don't know. I don't really know what Dice Tower Essentials even means anymore. I barely understood it when I worked for Dice Tower, and I definitely don't understand it now. Hey, Ark is here. Hello, Ark.
Hello.
Hello.
Anyway, one of the latest titles is a game. I can't even remember the pronunciation for the European title, but it's been translated, and I found it at my local game store, called Video Game Champ. I believe it debuted last year at Gen Con, I think. But I just discovered it for the first time, and the premise of the game is it's kind of sort of worker placement game. It has a very unique action selection system. But it sort of behaves a little bit like a worker placement, kind of. It's interesting. But the theme of the game is you are a child in the 90s that's obsessed with playing video games, and so you are trying to rent and play as much video games as possible.
What a cool theme.
Yeah, and it has all these achievement goals. And it's kind of, they talk about achievements, but achievements didn't exist in the 90s. I'm sorry. But there's achievements and stuff in the game, and which are basically scoring goals. Like, your race to be the first to... You play games like of different genres. So like there might be a goal like be the first to play 3 fighting games. And thematically what's going on is you draft these button tiles from a grid, and the coordination of the grid, the row and column, give you your choice of action. So you take, say, a tile from the grid, that's a number on it, and use the numbers to complete combo sequences to play your games.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you're renting games, and you take these what are called IOU tokens, which is basically like doing chores and stuff for your parents to buy you games, because you're a kid, you don't have money yourself, so you can't just buy these games yourself. So you earn your allowance to rent games, and then you try to beat and play as many games as you possibly can, scoring points along the way. Super fun. We will be streaming this in the near future, because I played it for the first time today, me and my friend Liz, and we love this game. The theming is...
Sounds really interesting. What's it called again?
It's called Video Game Champion.
Video game.
I don't like the decision of the title. I really wish they just would have gone with something a little more alliterative and catchy. Because Video Game Champion kind of, to me, makes it sound like it would be like an esports game, which, by the way, I would love a worker placement game based on esports scene. Yes, please. But that's not what this is. It's specifically like it's 16-bit era. So think Super Nintendo, like 1991, 1992 era of video games. So it's like that doesn't come through in the title. I wish they would have come up with a different title to kind of, I don't know, just like, just even like 90s nostalgia trip would have been like video game nostalgia trip would have made more sense than just Video Game Champ, because it doesn't really sell what the game is doing very well. IMHO. So, but it's a fantastic game. And I'll be honest, it's the first Dice Tower Essentials game I think I've cared about since Onitama. So, it's a pretty good one. And like, I had no interest in smartphone. You know, I haven't even paid attention. I didn't know Dice Tower Essentials were still a thing. I guess the last one they did was based on the Sentinel comics. It was a superhero game that I knew Tom was working on getting published for a while. So I want to check that one out at some point, but it's kind of pricey. But anyway, so Video Game Champion, love it, and we'll be streaming it very soon. All right, it's time for Similo. So we're gonna get that going here in just a moment. Karen's
what I sent you.
Yeah, I see, and it's Jeffra has just joined the chat. Welcome, Jeffra. Hello.
Sorry,
I haven't done this. I used to do this one a lot, and I haven't done it in a while, so that's why I picked it.
All good.
It's my favorite.
I might forget that when I turn my computer back on, and it takes forever to boot up Discord, like 10 minutes to like boot up Discord, and I never remember that.
That is weird.
And then it tells me it's all broken and doesn't work, and I have to do it again. So.
Oh, weird, huh? That's an odd thing.
Probably a Mac thing. It's an old Mac thing.
Yes, it is probably just an old aging Mac thing, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I had that problem with one of my theater cue trigger software programs where it's like, after a while, Mac OS, it was just like, this doesn't work no more, you know? So,
yeah. Well, it's a 2017 computer, so, you know, that is getting to be kind of ancient.
I mean, holy cow, like my iPad's like a 2018 iPad, so it's like, funny story though. Through just a matter of happenstance, I managed to collect I now have, I'm not using it as a phone. I got a free iPhone 14.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be used for a camera. I'm not using it as a phone. Like, I am not about to switch.
That's a nice camera.
Yeah, but yeah, they have nice cameras on it. So, Card Cam is about to get a massive upgrade here on the channel. Yay! So, yeah, because now it won't be my iPad anymore. It'll be this iPhone, which will be much more easier to hold and use, and the camera will be much nicer. So, we'll see how it does. I'm going to try it through my Apple TV at first, and then we'll see how it does. Otherwise, I may have to look into it. It has its own separate. It's not a USB-C port, so I have to buy yet another adapter if I want to hardwire. So,
yep.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, all right. So Karen's going to be our clue giver. She has elected to do wild animals on the table with clues from the animal deck, and here we go. We've got.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's classic.
That's
classic. Yeah. Flamingo, panda, bat, dromedary, albatross, llama, koala, kangaroo, cobra, chameleon, penguin, and tiger. Okay. One of those is a secret card. Karen's gonna guide us to it. And hopefully, we're not going to muck it up.
Be confident here, people. Come on.
And, of course, we are tracking all these stats to have our fun and EOY info blast about it all. All right.
Yeah.
We have, it is like, excuse me. We want to keep cards like the common crow. So it's a bird.
Pliers.
Yeah, we've got some birds here. So why don't we drop one of these reptiles or mammals maybe?
Yep. It's something that's
mammal
maybe
is
not very
good.
predatory.
Yeah, I'm thinking mammal
I mean,
because.
the panda looks.
Oh, go for it,
Which
Jeffrey.
one?
I'm thinking a mammal.
I was thinking the panda. Yeah, mammal.
Panda. Yeah, I
like,
thought the panda too. It seems kind of gentle and
yeah,
like a crow.
Yeah.
It's not looking in that direction.
Yeah. All for it. So if there's no inhibitions about it, we're going to pull that panda. Pentagon. Game continue.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, the first clue face plants don't happen too often.
Yeah, right. All right. So we want to get rid of cards like the snake. Hey, we've had those two reptiles sitting right there. Wow, I feel like we've got this in the bag, he said most confidently.
I think so. Yeah, I'm good with that. The only other thing to think of would be maybe long necks, but I'm happy with the reptile.
Well, yeah, I'm already earmarking with the bird, the crows, because I'm stuck on the bird thing. So unless I see a not like bird clue, I'm pretty much married to the idea that we're going to be picking one of those birds.
We have two birds and a bat.
Yeah.
So
the bat is kind of,
birds,
the bat's still kind of, because of the crow is also dark colored.
Penguin doesn't actually fly, so.
Yeah, I would be more inclined to keep the bat over the penguin at this point. But the penguin still has a beak. So, okay. Not like the red deer.
Okay, we have the dromedary.
Yeah,
and
that's got to go for sure.
And the llama.
And the llama. And the
maybe
kangaroo?
the kangaroo type thing because of the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nose.
Yeah. However, here's the thought. Let me know what you think. Instead of pulling the kangaroo, what if we pulled the koala? And here's my reasoning on that. If she has one of the bird cards that has like the hummingbird that's on a tree on a twig or whatever, or the robin that's on a twig, this would decrease. It would allow her to feel more free to use that if she has one of those like wood perched cards like the woodpecker or anything like that.
I agree.
So I'm all aboard with everything else, but I'm thinking instead of the kangaroo, let's get rid of the koala so that for this round 4 pull, she doesn't feel like she has to worry about there being a tree factor, is my thought. So.
Yeah, although it's weird. I'm looking at that flamingo with that curvy neck, but I'm good with that choice.
Oh, I'll be ready to throw the flamingo out, but I feel like we're going to get some sort of bird-centric clue, and I know that a couple of the birds have like trees or branches in the picture. So this will get rid of that element of the discussion because there's nothing pointing to the koala right now. And if it is the koala, then wow, we failed. But it's not the koala. We're fine. So just what I was thinking is all.
Now, so we think probably the kangaroo is a safe pull.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm anticipating some level of input as far as which bird/flyers we need to ditch. So,
yeah, and I don't really associate the crow with the tiger.
It's like the wolf. Okay.
Okay, so maybe predatory.
So we keep that bat too, maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Because of the gray. And I mean, the seagull is the only other predator. I mean, I guess penguins are also predatory.
The seagull's gray and white too, right? So
yeah,
the penguin is gray and white.
Oh yeah,
or black and white.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't feel like the flamingo is up for debate at all. The tiger and the kangaroo are gone for sure. While I can connect the wolf to the tiger, I cannot connect the crow to the tiger. So. So the question is,
penguin does not have a long neck, so it's if get rid of the long necks was a clue, then
oh, okay.
I don't know.
Because I mean, if we take a look at this, it is kind of like it's a dark and lightly colored animal.
It does eat meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is carnivorous.
I mean, well, so is the penguin technically. It eats fish.
Yep,
yeah.
that's true. They both eat fish.
So, boy, there's nothing seaside
the
or
bat
aquatic.
ears and the wolf ears. There's some overlap there. Predatory. Oh, and the wolf is a mammal and the bat is a mammal.
Yeah. So I kind of want to keep the bat and then one of these two other birds, and I'm leaning towards the penguin because of the color scheme factor. Because with the wolf,
you don't want to keep the
the white stomach belly area is kind of what I'm going with. I mean, I know that's true of here too. Oh, gosh, I don't know. Unless it's not the bat at all. Do we?
Yeah, what's tricky is that the crow or whatever that is facing the same direction as the seagull thing, the very first clue. But usually the first clue is like whatever. Like it's one big thing. It's not a minute.
You know what?
I want to keep the seagull.
Okay, I'm coming around on the seagull, and here's why. When Jeffra brought up the facing direction thing, the wolf is also facing to the right. Mm-hmm. Don't know if that's the thing. The only thing that makes me think we should ditch the seagull is just because, as Ark pointed out, the long neck thing. Hey, Dr. Sign, welcome. The long neck thing. Sign. Yeah. That's the only thing, because that's of what we have left here that we're considering. That's the only thing. So, right now, I'm on board with ditching the penguin.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way too.
What do you think?
It definitely feels tough, but because I think like it's interesting because both the penguin and the seagull are both like water-based things, and so it's probably not either of those. But,
yeah, so I feel like we're dealing with the bat here personally, but in case I'm wrong. So, do you have any strong inhibitions about not pulling the penguin?
I am
or about pulling the penguin, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of equal to me.
Okay. I kind of feel like we'll get rid of the penguin because the penguin does not fly and the crow does. That's kind of my logic there. And I feel like we probably would have got something a little more like direction or beak shape.
Aquatic or something.
Yeah, I feel like, we would have had more bird type stuff. So I don't think it matters, so let's just do it. Hey, we're in it. Okay. We're still all right.
So we've got a mammal and a bird. We've got one's darker, one's lighter.
It's day dwelling and nocturnal, so
one has teeth, one has a beak.
Yeah. This is where she could also use, if she has a bird card, she could use a not like the bird to steer us to, I think.
Yeah, because we have a definite bird and a definite not bird.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Okay, she's got a clue. It's not like the owl. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. What does that mean?
There's owls.
What does that mean?
Nocturnal.
Because owls are nocturnal. Oh no!
I still think it's the bat.
Okay.
It can't be the bat with the owl. And it's got the stick thing too, Derek. Jeez Louise.
But now we know the stick doesn't play into this. Yeah.
The owl and the bat are like the most, to me, like some of the closest, like, and the owl is a predator.
The card I meant to push.
Oh, did you make an error?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, by all means, tell us what you meant to do.
I meant to play the hedgehog.
Oh, not like the hedgehog?
That's a like or not like?
Like.
Like the hedgehog.
Like the hedgehog.
Okay, it's the bat, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of that.
Sorry, that was a mistake on my part.
Yeah, that's fine. It happens.
What I meant to push.
Yeah, well, if you were in person, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I would correct it in person is just to change the owl to being like instead of unlike or something.
Yeah. Or she would just say, "Wait, no, not that card." You know. So.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Yeah.
if you've already seen the card, it's like a clue. But yeah, that's true.
Okay, we did it.
Right.
We made it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, all good. All good.
We were leaning bat anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was like the owl is as close to the bat as you could get, practically.
Oh
the
yeah,
the
for
owl
sure,
could have
for
went either
sure.
way. Yeah, I meant to press the little hedgehog guy that was next to it. I almost thought of the beaver because the teeth and mammal, but it's aquatic.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And you could have thought aquatic.
That
so.
that would have seeded some confusion for sure if you had done that.
Yes.
Absolutely. So.
And then when I didn't push the hedgehog, I'm like, no. Wait.
Oh, Time Roller has ordered up a shoulder jag.
Woo.
So I gotta get that. I gotta make that happen, and the things are gonna happen here. Okay. Where is my tab for that? Dang it. Did they change Epidemic's icon again and now it's like not one? Oh, there it is. Okay. Phew. All right. Okay, here we go. This is even more hilarious for those of you in Discord, as per usual. There you go, Time Roller.
Woo.
Thanks for redeeming the checkpoints and interacting with the channel. Much appreciated. Yeah. Get down and stay there. I will. Thank you very much. Alrighty. So hopefully I'm going to jump into the queue here and see if there's any other clue givers ready. Otherwise, I guess I could try to do one. Jeffra! All right. Jeffra's clue giver wants to do, looks like wild animals over spookies. That is a fun combo. I do like that combo. All right. So, whoa, no.
We all like the animal decks for everything.
Yeah.
Well, there's less interpretation to work with, right? Like, yeah. All right. So we've got zombie, skeleton, grim reaper, Frankenstein's monster, Cthulhu, demon, scarecrow, Yuri, the killer, gray alien, wicked clown, and the ghost. One of these is it. Jeffra's gonna take us there. So. Is both the PC and phone app working? Time Roller, as far as I know, yes. As far as I know. If there's been something else that broke it down, I am not aware of that. But, so, yeah, are we, if we're friends, which I think we are, feel free to send an invite if you would like to get in a game after this one. Okay, we need to keep cards like the armadillo. So, now the armadillo has that distinct posture, so I'm looking for that. I'm not seeing any hunched over folks. We got any hard shell characters? I am not entirely sure what to do with this yet. Thoughts, Ark and Karen? Because I'm not sure.
Well, bone is hard.
Okay.
Probably something little.
So now remember, this is a keep clue. Right? It's a keep clue. So so if it's about the hardness of it, my thought now just came to me is Cthulhu or maybe the alien.
Or the
Or the
ghost.
ghost.
Oh yeah, that could work too.
My first thought was the ghost.
You want to do the ghost?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's remove that ghost. Ghost gone. Gone ghost.
See ya.
Boo bye. And other puns. All right. All right. Keep cards similar to the iguana. Okay.
Aren't we glad we didn't get rid of Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Nice save.
Yeah.
Way
so-
to talk me out of that one. But it may
probably
not
wanna
be
keep the
Cthulhu. We can still be
alien,
looking
too.
at Frankenstein, maybe even
Yep.
the alien still.
Yep.
Yeah.
Depending on her interpretation of what the demon is. So in the same vein, should we just keep with our ghost theme and get rid of like Yuri and maybe the Grim Reaper? Or zombie? Maybe the zombie?
Oh, yeah, I'd be...
I still kind of think all the bony ones are hard, like the
Yeah.
fighting. Although now we've got the iguana, it might be more coloration or something. The Yuri, I'm good with getting rid of.
Yeah. How about the clown then? I can't make a connection.
Yeah,
with
the clown.
Yeah.
The clown doesn't seem like either of them to me.
Or
so.
or the scarecrow. I'm good with either.
Scarecrow has a little bit of a coloration thing with the others, but not really strong.
Yeah. Okay. So Yuri and clown. Yeah.
Mhm.
Osprey's here, and it calls for Yuri and the Scarecrow. Okay,
Hello.
so we're in agreement on Yuri, but I think we're more keen on the clown, so let's do those for now. And we're still good.
Okay,
All right.
still in.
Oh, good. Whew. Yeah, now we're going to have to get some that take away some that kind of fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ears on the armadillo do make me think a little bit of the demon, but the iguana doesn't particularly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the iguana doesn't.
Well, never forget, the demon has these little tiny wings there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's little wings right there. So
They're so cute.
clue is in. All right, keep cards like the dromedary. The secret card is similar to this clue. Oop. Okay. Wow, look at all these positive clues. I'm having to break my.
I think I would keep the alien as green and long neck.
And maybe the pyramid connection too, if you subscribe to that theory.
Yeah.
Hooves. So maybe the demon. Keep the demon.
Yeah. I think the Grim Reaper can go, like you were saying.
I agree. I think we're
zombie.
safe to go. I think the scarecrow. Do you think the scarecrow's safe to pull at this point?
I think so.
I'm not sure. Let's see.
I don't think Jeffers playing the one eye game with these because there's too many characters with one eye. With the zombie, the skeleton.
Oh, there are, yeah.
You know, then depending on how you want to interpret the demon of missing one eye or having, so
there's too many, yeah.
Yeah.
What about the serial killer?
Yeah, I think that can go. That's an easy one. I want to hold on to the alien for now.
And the Grim Reaper.
I think Frankenstein's monster.
I want to keep the alien for sure. Yeah.
I think Frankenstein's monster is a good one to pull too. How do we feel about that?
It's green. I'd kind of like to keep it, I think.
Pull the zombie.
You want to pull the zombie?
I'd get rid of the scarecrow before the zombie.
Yeah, the only thing is to be paused is with the pyramids and the camel, the mummy, zombie. I know it's like a 4-step leap, but but I can't connect the scarecrow very well, other than the one eye showing thing. But I don't think that's what's at play here.
Yeah, I don't think that's where we're
Sometimes there's one time, and again, I don't think we've done it on the channel, but sometimes we use the desert factor of the camel card to kind of reference sunlight for the characters with sunbeams on them, but I don't think that's at play here. So are we good with Scarecrow, Grim Reaper, and the Psycho Killer? Is that?
I'm good with that.
Yeah. I'm pausing a bit to see if Osprey wants to sound in at all.
Yeah, wondering what Osprey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and also if by some odd chance, oh no, Misty is not here yet. So, okay. Well, I think we'll go ahead and make the call for those three. Still good. That or my app crashed. Oh, and Osprey just piped in with agreeing with the picks. Fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic. All right.
Okay. So we've got 2 that are small. I'm not totally sure where we're going with the camel, but
right now for me the camel with the hoof factor is kind of what with the demon is kind of what I'm leaning on. It's a bit of a stretch, I don't know, but
the iguana though really makes me think Cthulhu and Alien most anyway.
I could make remote connections with Cthulhu with the camel too if the iguana was telling us to lean on Cthulhu. I don't know how many of us have played Eldritch Horror, but you know the pyramids are a big part of that.
Okay, here we go.
Round 4 clue is another keep clue. Keep cards similar to the tiger. Okay. I'm not seeing any stripes here. You know what? Here's my pitch. I want to keep the alien and the demon. That's where I'm at right now. The tiger kind of has like the same facial expression as the alien a little bit with that quizzical look, you know. And of course the color scheme with the demon is very present. And looking at the armadillo, I mean the only thing that's kind of big and brown is the skeleton with its like wool tunic or big leather tunic there. I don't know.
So what's the connection with the iguana?
For demon and
for the demon. The demon, yeah.
If she's kind of seeing that as being somewhat reptilian, maybe, you know. I know that like maybe demons, especially in the context of D&D, are often depicted with reptilian-like features. So, but
yeah, I agree with keeping the demon. It's sort of what's our backup. I'm not totally sure.
So you're asking about the iguana connection to the alien, just because of the scaly factor is all.
Well, no, I was thinking like, how does the iguana connect to the demon? But I do want to keep the demon. Like I definitely see the demon and the tiger.
And I personally am leaning more towards the demon being the secret card at this point. That's
me too. Me too. And that's where the iguana stands out to me, because if you look at our 3 light clues, everything but the iguana quite strongly makes me think of the demon, you know, color scheme or something, right? And then the iguana, I'm like, I'm not totally sure where that connects, but maybe that was saying it's not bony. Get rid of the bony idea, because I was like, ooh, armadillo, it's hard, it's bony.
Yeah, I don't think these are at play at all.
Yeah, I agree.
So are we okay with keeping the alien, or do we want to pivot to Cthulhu instead for a weird reason that I can't come up with?
I can't connect the camel.
Well, the camel has a pink background and a long neck.
Like the alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't put that together, but that is technically true. Yeah, Tyler was thinking skeleton because of the armor and the armadillo. That is a fair point. I can't. Oh, hang on.
Oh, orange and green. I don't know.
Oh, my word.
You know what? Let's keep the skeleton. I agree with you, Time Roller. Are we okay with that? We keep the demon in the skeleton?
Sure.
Yeah, and the tiger's not winking, but I think that it might. I can see now that Time Roller brought up the skeleton. I can see it. I thought the tiger was more referencing the alien because it's doing that same thing, but the fluffiness of the tiger tuft could be referencing the whatever that is coming out of the leather tunic of the skeleton there. And it fits with the bone dry desert thing. So, which I completely was overlooking for some reason, and now all of a sudden it's staring at me in the face. So hopefully I'm not making Jeffra cry right now, but all right. We're going to do this. I'm going to push it. All right, we ready? It's happening.
Yep, ready.
Pushing the confirm key. Uh-oh. Oh, wasn't even close. No. Wasn't even close.
Oh.
Oh.
I wonder if the camel met.
That's all us, Jeffra, because you told us green and.
Yeah, you did tell us green.
No, it's clear now that the tiger clue was about the posture, the direction, like the way the characters facing their posture and stuff. That's clearly what the tiger clue was.
To be fair, everything on the last one was facing forward, so that wasn't really going to help you. But I also didn't have great cards.
Yeah.
Because I didn't draw the gorilla until the end, and I thought the armadillo would be a good one because to me the color, it was kind of like an olive green, and he's like an olive green. So that's why I picked it to start. And I didn't realize all the horrible directions that would kind of send you into. I was like, oh, it's just a kind of good broad start. And I was like, green, people, green. I'm telling you, green. Go to green.
I totally see it now.
I was like, oh my gosh, I just was going for green. And then you had thought small, so I did camel to kind of get like a larger size creature. Yeah. And then the tiger was, because the facial expression was kind of similar. There was the green leaves in the background, so still the green color, but I mean, my other cards were like the toucan, the flamingo, the little hummingbird.
That's
like
hard.
All kinds of flight animals.
That is tough.
I was like, these are not helpful at all.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'm going to try.
So was the dromedary just kind of a punt card then?
But large.
No, the dromedary, I call it the camel. I thought it was a large animal. Like I was trying to get you back to big creature.
Yeah. I see. Okay.
And also it kind of has like a face that's kind of like, I don't know.
It is kind of.
It has the little like ears are just like.
Yeah, the big pouty lip. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and the little ears are kind of sticking out on the side, so Frankenstein has the little ears sticking out and stuff.
All right, we're moving in. Time Roller is up next. And set the same thing that Ark did. Ark will still do your game. Don't feel like you have to change anything. Time Roller wants us to do fables over myths. So, here we go. We've got Heracles, Medusa.
We picked the same thing.
Yeah. He chose the same thing as you did.
Yeah. I can change it to something else.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's a matchup we don't do very often. It's fine.
No, don't worry about it.
We've
Athena,
done 2 back-to-back.
Achilles,
before.
Argus, Pan, Artemis, Pandora, Hermes, Aphrodite, and Zeus.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could do mine again.
Well, send it again, Jeffra. If there's time, we'll get to it. And in fact, if it, I think there'll be time before you bid us good night. I'll try not to drag this one out as long so that we can get through arcs and then back to you.
No, it's all right.
Yeah. Okay. First clue is N. Keep cards similar to the Sea Witch. Okay. Well, let's keep Medusa. What is as far from the Sea Witch as possible? So let's find one of these bro dudes.
The bro dudes.
Yeah.
Flying is far from the Sea Witch, I think. The air.
Who?
Versus the sea. Hermes.
Hermes. Okay. Yeah. I was going to suggest Heracles, but I kind of like that better.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
I like these 2 together.
Yeah.
Okay. Then so it shall be. We're going to do it.
Really good.
Boom. Yes. All right. We're on our way. I mean, from the get-go, my inkling is it's Medusa. Like,
right.
Yeah.
if it's that easy, awesome. Way to go, Time Roller. You lucked out. But if it's not the Sea Witch, then we might be looking at maybe something.
Could be another monster.
Yeah, it could be Pan. Could be
That's Zeus,
Argus.
not right there.
Yeah, Argus.
Aphrodite does have sea associations, but
that is true. Good note.
New clue available.
We can't forget about that. All right, here comes the clue. All right, get rid of cards similar to Mangiafuoco. Fuoco. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, we have some beards. I kind of want to keep the monster bearded.
So you want to
older guys?
Yeah, Heracles and Zeus.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right, that feels pretty good. We're doing it. All right.
Well, we also have a helmet with a feather, or a couple of helmets with feathers.
We do have that. I didn't think about that either. We probably could have pulled Athena and Achilles with that. However, I do think the beard was the more prominent note there.
Yeah.
All right, it's like so. I'm trying to change my language here. Keep cards similar to the Little Mermaid. So let's keep Aphrodite.
Water.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now I'm.
I wonder if we can get. We've got 3 guys left. Maybe we can just ditch the guys.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Pan, Achilles, and Argus.
Yep.
That takes away that level of contrast, but I can't imagine any one of those being it at this point. I can make a very fringe case for Pan, but I can't figure out why Mangiafuoco would have been the not like there. So, all right, we'll do the 3 bro dudes. All right, it's all ladies now.
Ladies.
We've got a couple of redheads.
Yeah. The Little Mermaid combined with the Sea Witch has got. I'm kind of lasering in on Aphrodite now. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, crap.
The Sea Witch might have been more like it's female rather than anything else. You never know what people have in their hands, right?
Yeah.
So.
You don't. That's like me. I was like, we can think of all these great things, but if you don't have it in your hand,
right?
You know.
Yeah.
I got the gorilla at the end. That would have been great to have had at the very beginning.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a round 4 clue. That would have made me completely rethink what I was doing. Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. We could still be on Medusa here, though. I mean.
Maybe.
Isn't it so often the case that after we lose, the next card they draw is perfect?
Yeah.
So often.
I was like, if they could just get it to Frankenstein. Although if you had done Frankenstein and the demon, then the gorilla wouldn't have helped you.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
True.
Okay, here we
comes.
Go.
All right, so get rid of cards similar to the Evil Queen.
Okay, so I think
no Hera.
That's kind of telling us, and maybe not Medusa, right? Like the oldest. None of the others are queens, I don't think. Like we've got.
And when he played the Sea Witch, it might have been the only female.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is what Time Roller's doing. I haven't played with Time Roller as often enough, so I don't know if this is how Time Roller thinks. But the other key feature with the Evil Queen here is she has these pursed lips. And we have 4 pursed lips in Hera, Artemis, Pandora, and Athena.
Wild. That's true.
It's the only other thing I can go by. Now, granted, I think very strongly that it's one of the two between Medusa and Aphrodite. So, I've led us astray before.
Yes. We've all done it. We've all been there.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, Athena.
well,
I think Athena.
Pandora. It might not be the
person
person because I can see now Pandora is slightly open mouthed there, so it's not. Maybe that's not it. So maybe don't. The queen thing. Hera is a queen for sure. Hera has to go. Sure. Yeah, Hera has to go.
Yeah, and I think Athena can go because feather and.
Yeah, well, it's also if it has to do with the head covering too. Those two are predominantly wearing headpieces between the tiara and the helmet. And then it gets a little fuzzy with, the headband of Artemis, and then the laurels with Aphrodite and Pandora. So
I mean, Pandora
if
did let loose
the
a lot
evil
of
thing is we
evils in
should
the
factor,
world.
maybe that's also Time Lord's way of telling us to ditch Medusa.
Right. That's where we started.
Yeah. And then... So the hard part is if we're wrong and it's not Aphrodite, then maybe the Little Mermaid was about being the hair color between Artemis and Pandora.
Yeah. But I still want to keep Aphrodite, I think.
Yeah, so here's my thought. These are the two, now that I've come around on the Medusa thing, these are the two I would keep because Pandora, with the opening of Pandora's box, would point closer to witchcraft, with the sea witch being the first clue. So that's why between Artemis and Pandora, I would prefer to keep Pandora.
Okay.
Yep.
It's hard because I feel like also the Little Mermaid has the little like flower crown or the kind of crown thing in her hair.
Yeah.
Which really Pandora and Aphrodite have that, right? So I guess that makes it also more potentially them. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my word. I was so sure earlier it was Medusa, but yet after that last clue, I don't think it is anymore.
So is that Artemis? What's the one with the red? Which is the one with the red hair? That's too funny. Yeah. Who's the one with the bow and arrows?
That is Artemis.
That is Artemis. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah. So what does Artemis have in common with the evil queen?
Other than the pursed lips, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh wait, if evil queen's supposed to refute the witchcraft thing, maybe Pandora should go.
Yeah.
I was thinking like she released the evils onto the world.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get rid of Pandora then.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous about this one.
So why the sea witch at the beginning though? Other than it would have to, because the sea witch was obviously pointing us to Medusa, and I think we're off that now. Maybe
because
gosh, I don't know.
Well, the other thing is keep Medusa and Artemis or Medusa.
Keep Medusa and Aphrodite. Yeah, that's another possibility.
You want to just do that? That was what we were going to do.
Artemis does look kind of mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I like having a redhead, but yeah.
All right. Let's see if it.
I have a feeling we're.
Because here's the thing, I can't connect the sea witch to Artemis. I can't make that connection. That's why. I can make that fringe connection with Pandora, but then the evil queen kind of negates that in my mind, so I'm not sure. But maybe it doesn't matter, because maybe it's just Aphrodite anyway, and it doesn't matter. Oh no! I was so close!
Oh!
Sorry, my brother. Yeah.
And the next card was going to be like Snow White. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Man. Oh.
Well, falling on the 4 remove is pretty common.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that moment leading up to that decision, that's what the game's about right there. That's what I love about the game.
We were so close. We had Pandora
and I was convinced at one point, and then I was like, wait, no, then I see this, then I see this, then I see this, and then I see this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the time when I said the first card was the only choice, really. And it's like, no, that I understand. And I probably would have done the same thing. Yeah. Oh, what a toughie.
Oh, purple lip.
What a toughie. But the good news is we're going to get another shot at this with Ark's game. So.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And are you keeping all this noted, Karen?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool.
In fact, some of it's already typed into the spreadsheet. I
usually fantastic. Do that after. Well, yeah, probably after we kill stream, I'm probably going to ask you because I'm going to do it so I can BG stats it all. But okay. The evil queen was to get rid of purple lips. Okay, purple lips.
Mm.
So you were the right idea about the lip aspect. Yeah. You were right about that.
Yep.
But I had Pandora in that removal too. Was the thing? Oh, yeah.
True.
Because I was thinking about pursed lips, but all right. Let's see what we're working with. Ark, this is your game. It's the same kind of matchup. We've got Tyche, Heracles, Ares, Arachne, Harpy, Apollo, Moirai, Chiron, Athena, Minotaur, Pan, and Eros. One of these is our hidden friend. Yeah, absolutely, Time Roller, and you're always welcome. You are grandfathered into the Wigsby Check 1-2 community. You can always feel free to pop in and join us. Always, 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 for sure.
Appreciate it.
So you can always do it. All right, here comes the clue. It's like Manchifuko. Let's keep them beards and feathers. Keep cards similar to Manchifuko. Let's get rid of Pan. Maybe Pan or Apollo.
I was thinking Apollo.
Okay.
I don't care.
Jeffrey, what do you think?
Both are. I think both are safe. What do you guys think? I think both of those are safe.
All right, we'll do Apollo. Of course, yeah. Because we're dealing with the Fables deck with Moirai on the table, I like to leave that open for them, for the clue giver to possibly use one of the group cards, like Three Little Pigs or Fox and the Cat, kind of thing. Yeah. Here's the next clue. Round 2. Keep cards similar to the genie. Okay. What are we thinking with the genie here?
Yes, they both have something on their head. Genie's kind of large.
Is it the hat thing?
They both have something on their chin. Beards.
Maybe it is Moirai.
I wouldn't take away any facial hair.
One thing I didn't think of with Manchifuko is could it be a connection to Arachne? With the puppet strings and spiderwebs, maybe? I think the Harpy is safe at this point. I'm having a hard time making a connection with that.
Feather.
Oh, the feather of the cap. Good point.
Oh, no.
Okay, Tyche should be safe then. Unless it's... Yeah. I can't make a connection with Manchifuko to Tyche. I don't see that.
Oh, Pan might not be safe because of the facial hair. Because both of those...
Yeah, they do both have facial hair, so it'd be kind of... So... Boy, what's the other one?
Number 3?
We're just removing 2 things, right?
Yeah. So Tyche.
So why don't we remove the spider arachnid? Yeah. lady.
Okay, I wasn't sure because of maybe that was the Minjo Fuko connection. I can't make a genie a strong connection with the puppet strings and spider webs. I mean, it's fringe. Okay, I won't. I'm not. I won't. I won't fight that hard for that hill. So. Osprey said, "Get rid of arrows." We were hesitant to do that, Osprey, because of the feather connection with the hat.
We might not.
And the other thing too is, for me personally, with arrows, the genie is kind of like bare chested, also like arrows. So we're looking for just the best, the ones that we can't find connection at all. All right, here comes.
Now there's 4 there that have feathers.
Oh wow, we're doing Jeffers style, all positive clues. Okay. It is so keep cards similar to the Huntsman. Anybody holding anything?
Oh,
no.
I did this wrong.
It's another feather in the cap.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
So now I am kind of like, oh gosh, it's another feather though.
Oh no, there's 4 feathers on the table right now.
Do you think Chiron's a safe pull at this point?
Oh. I am personally leaning more towards keeping facial hair. What do you guys think?
Boy, I don't know. They're all wearing hats, and Chiron's not wearing any headgear, so that's why I was eyeing that one.
I see.
Yeah. I would be fine with getting rid of the harpy, but we're not sure about this feather connection yet.
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
But with so many feathers, it just.
You know what?
I mean, the Minotaur seems fairly safe.
Yeah, I was thinking the genie could have been a possible connection to Minotaur, but now with what's left, should we?
Can't we also get rid of the fates at this point?
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe that's what we were dealing with, but I don't know.
I don't see how the Huntsman has anything to do with the fates.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, he kind of broke fate, right? Anyways, if you're mythology-wise, like he was supposed to kill the princess and he didn't. So
can anyone? Oh, there's still the feather factor. That's the problem. That's why I'm like.
But there's so many.
Well, that might be answered later.
Yeah.
What about the guy with the? Oh, it's still he has facial hair. That's right. There's so many with facial hair and so many feathers. It's like tons of hats, feathers, and facial hair.
I can't.
Which are all of our clues about hats, facial hair, and like feathers. And
so
you're like,
in that vein, let's get rid of the Minotaur because I think it has the weakest of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go this.
I am concerned about. Oh, that was lucky. Number. I was gonna say, I'm sure it's number 7. I can't believe you guys sent that through. I was just looking before you sent it, and I was like, wait, what about the guy with the facial hair? Why is he going through? And
I picked it because he wasn't wearing a hat, and everybody else had big giant hats.
No, it's too bad that all the beard guys had hats too. But I didn't have great options, and I was like first trying to say beard, and then.
But your cards all have facial hair.
Not human, right? Guy with the
beard and not human. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then it was like guy with a mustache who's facing that direction, and but yeah, I can see the heads, the hats, and the feathers were pretty strong, but and I was definitely trying to say male because you had multiple female characters still out there. So.
We were concerned. I know I was struggling with. I wasn't sure if you were keen to with the hats and feathers, or if it was just the feathers, or just the hats, or It
was hard because
that was hard.
Things that we could focus on.
Yeah, and the problem is that picture. You've got half man, half human, but you don't really see that in the picture, right? He just kind of looks like a guy.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will set up one more game. I'm going to be clue giver for one, actually. So I'll do this in pass and play. And what do I want to do? I kind of like the idea of doing some myth stuff. You know what? I'm going to do myths on spookies, I think, is what I'm going to do.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, okay. So just making sure I don't have it up on screen so I don't spoil the game. All right. Okay.
Oh. It's magic.
Well. Okay. I'm going to send this as a clue forward. All right. I've sent my first clue, and we'll run through the table real quick. We've got Arachne, Chiron, Pan, Eros, the Minotaur, Icarus, Aphrodite, Artemis, Athena, Achilles, Hermes, and Hera. And I have sent you your first clue to keep cards that are similar to the Ghoul.
Huh.
Okay. So we've got a couple that have a fair bit of skin.
Sorry, I had
You just
wrote
need to pick
something
one
down.
that's the least like the Ghoul.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Hera.
My brain kind of. Yeah, I was thinking about Hera too. Like the coloring is a little bit there, but I mean,
Or
other than
Aphrodite.
that. Yeah, Aphrodite, I think should be safe, right? Like
So
I don't think
bright.
I would pick
Yeah.
the Ghoul. Yeah.
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 She's so bright. She doesn't make me think of the Ghoul at all.
So we settle on one?
Mm-hmm.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. Yeah. Just make sure I make it. Yeah, that one. Okay. You're good. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Time Roller said I vote helmet guy, so we'll keep that in mind.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep
yeah.
that. Yep.
Because the Ghoul had no headgear.
You're right.
Okay. Let's
Hi,
do.
Dad. What's up?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to send this one.
After this game, I want to tell you about a new game I bought.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. All right, here comes the next clue. It is remove cards that are similar to the Boogeyman.
Okay. That makes me think Minotaur. Maybe Pan as well.
That number 5. I don't know what the names of things
Minotaur?
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one's.
Yeah, I feel like we can get rid of that.
Okay. So you want to do Minotaur, and then you mentioned Pan. Do you want to do that one too, or are you looking at something else too?
I'm interested in what everybody else thinks.
Yeah.
Pan and Minotaur. Minotaur and Pan.
Yeah, those are good.
There.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, and we had agreement from chat on that one too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was reading the chat all the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, chat. I'm watching you.
Thanks, Osprey and Time Roller.
Woo!
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah. Osprey and Time Roller. Picking good ones.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing, Dove? Just causing problems.
Time Roller says, "Hi from the peanut gallery."
Hello, hello. Yeah, as Klugiver, I'm
Oh.
studying the board more closely, so I'm not watching chat as closely. Okay, I'm going to try this one. Let's do this clue. All right.
Who's that?
Here we go. Removing 3 cards and remove cards that are similar to the cultist.
Okay. We've got robes. We've got some teeth showing, although I don't know that that's all that relevant.
Chiron.
Yeah, I'm the red, wearing the red there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hera has on kind of a robe-like thing.
Oh, that's
number
Hera.
10.
Yeah, number 10 is Achilles.
Yeah, 10. Yep. Achilles, yep.
Yeah.
Time Roller says helmet guy wearing red.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Yeah,
so
I like 2, 10, and 12.
Chiron and Achilles are good, I think.
I mean, there's 4 with hat coverings, or if you're thinking of like 3 with definitive hat covering type things, right? The 3 in a row of 9, 10, and 11, and then the question is whether 12 is also.
12 was wearing like a robe type thing on.
Yeah, that's right. So that's kind of like a little bit like the cultist.
And our one light clue, like the ghoul, I'm still not 100% where that was directing us, but.
Nope, don't know. That's like my like too. It was way too broad. Well, I'm for the last 4 because of the hat thing, I guess. But
well, we're on 3.
Yeah, Time Roller.
Oh, we only have to do 3.
Yeah.
So then maybe it's all the hat people.
Yeah, Time Roller likes Achilles.
Yep.
And I think I want Chiron gone too because of the red. And then I think one more helmet or hat.
Ooh.
So the eyes on Ghoul feel like 9, which. So that's Athena. He's saying the Ghoul eyes look like Athena eyes.
Well, and Artemis a little bit too. She's kind of mean and got the pointy chin in that artwork.
Yeah. We could do 11 or 12.
So are we all okay with Chiron then? I know Jeffrey was eyeing the bottom 4, but
fine.
Oh, I'm okay with going straight on headgear if you want to, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the red or the headgear. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of those 4 at the end, which 3 would you? Well, we've got Achilles for sure because they're red. But which other 2 do you think are the most?
Yeah, Time Roller also likes the background comparison apparently with Athena.
Okay.
Okay, so we could keep Athena for now.
So you just want to do the last 3?
Sure.
All good? You good with that, Jeffrey?
Sure.
Okay. Still good.
All right.
All right. Round 4.
The hardest one. Right.
Yeah, so the ghoul is sort of greenish, pointy chin, kind of looking mean. A lot of skin, although I'm not sure how relevant that is.
Yeah. Okay. Here's your round 4 clue coming at you. All right. You got to remove 4 cards and keep cards similar to the haunted doll.
Okay. So we probably could get rid of the guys.
Yeah. Agreed.
Although
Time Roller says round 4 is the easiest. You just got to pick 2 to keep is all.
Although, yeah, the one thing I'm thinking with the doll and the pink hearts behind arrows. There's hearts. Okay, I think maybe we need to keep arrows then. There's hearts and hearts, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if arrows reminds. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And well, also he's got that bare chest that Derek likes to talk about.
Yeah, with the ghoul.
I like to talk about what? I'm suddenly very self-conscious.
You've just noted it several times when I wasn't paying any attention to it.
Okay.
So I know that it's something that stands out to you.
I want to keep arrows, and I'm open to persuasion on who else.
After this game, I will defend my position on that. But yeah.
Okay.
I think Icarus can go. I think Chiron can go.
I agree with those two. Yeah.
So Icarus gone, Chiron gone. Okay.
I'm actually torn between 1 and 7 to keep. I mean, as another second one to keep.
Yeah, so you mean 1 and 8, so between Artemis and
1 and 8, yes,
and Arachne.
Yeah. Arachne and Artemis. I'm torn between. Because Artemis kind of has that facial expression, but Arachne is kind of.
Let's see. Time Roller says that Eros has pointy chin like a ghoul. Artemis has ribbon and hair like a doll. And so does Arachne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, I'm so torn between Arachne and Artemis.
Yeah, so I think Athena can go, right? Are we okay on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, Arachne wasn't really a bad guy, but she's not human, but she was human to start with.
Yeah, and she's pink, and then she's bare-chested, just saying.
Her.
Yeah, and get rid of Artemis.
Yeah.
All right, so keeping Arachne and Eros. This is what we're doing.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Hey, you're still in it.
Wow.
All right, let me come up with this last clue here. Okay. Got my clue. All right, final round. Remove 1 card. Remove the card similar to the evil witch.
I think we're keeping Eros. Do you think?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Time Roller says off with Eros' head. Right. This is what we're doing. You got it.
Yay.
Okay. Now.
Yeah.
My alleged let me address my alleged infatuation with Eros' bare chest. So when it comes,
it wasn't really Eros's; it was anyone's bare chest.
Yeah.
But,
So when it comes to the Myths deck, every character, save for like the Fates, has the same profile shot. It's all bust shots, right? So it's all chest up. So you can't rely as heavily on clothing because in the Myths deck, there's basically 3 flavors of clothes. You have armors, shirts, and skins. So
yeah.
yeah. So that's where that comes from. Yeah. So one of my common things to do is I really do like using the ghoul to cite someone who's showing bare shoulders because they're obviously shirtless in that picture. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But so
that's what I figured it was for,
yeah.
because you're known for that. Like, I don't feel like other people think of that, but you think of that.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the few things you can use the ghoul card for from the Spookies deck I found when you're crossing over, because like the ghoul card is just the ghoul is just almost like another zombie, because it's like it doesn't add much, doesn't differentiate itself, save for the fact that it's it's not wearing anything visible in the picture.
Yeah.
The other thing I like to use the ghoul for is they are doing that very specific thing with their hand, which I have used before for Arachne. It's like the same thing Arachne's doing with one of her clawed arms coming out of her back. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you can see it right there in the picture. So, yeah, it's that same. Yeah. Same thing. Anyway, so I think that will be our final game for the night. But before we sign off, Karen, you wanted to talk about a game.
Yes. Now, okay, this isn't like a gamery game. Okay, this is like would be like to play with your family. Okay, just to let you know.
Gotcha.
It is a trivia game, which I enjoy. But you don't have to know. You don't have to know numbers and all the details. You just have to guess. It's called higher or lower. You just have to guess between two things. Is it higher or lower? So, and I bought the 4-pack set. So there's a box for general knowledge, history, science, and geography.
Okay.
And so you'll get a question.
You said this is called higher or lower?
Yep, higher or lower. And you'll have a question like, let's see, was the completion of the Hoover Dam earlier or later than the publication of A Christmas Carol? And you guess. Actually, so some are higher and lower, and some are earlier or later.
Okay. Well, I found... let me know if this is even remotely close to it. I found a board game geek entry. Is this it? Oh, nope, not that. Is this it?
No. Wait, I can't, wait. It might just look different. My cover looks different than that.
The silly game of general knowledge.
That might be it.
Okay.
This one, my cover looks different from that, but it probably is the same thing.
Okay.
These are $10 a piece, or you could do what I did and buy 4 for $30. So I wanted science and history and geography. I'm going to use this at our senior center.
Okay.
Because they enjoy trivia. I really like trivia, and I think it's kind of fun because some trivia games make me feel really dumb. So it just depends.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Right. And this one, like one of them, I can't remember the answer to it, but they had a king that built a bunch of castles, and they're wondering did the amount of dresses Queen Elizabeth had, was it higher or lower than the number of castles that this one king built? And I wish I had the card right in front of me, but she had like 1,000 dresses. It was crazy like that. So
yeah.
But anyway, so if anyone likes trivia, this would be a really good one for families going on a trip, because they're very small little boxes.
And you can do it in the car
with their kids. Yeah. And if I was still teaching, I would use this in my classroom. Gotcha. And it comes with lots and lots and lots of cards, and each one has 6 questions on it, and then the answers are on the back. So anyway, that was my little game.
Cool. Excellent. Well, I think that's going to do it for tonight. So thanks for playing in Similo Nights 2025 for July 2025. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, I played Video Game Champion recently, and we're going to hit that onto the table real soon because I love this game.
I'm so curious about it.
And the good thing about this game is there's no hidden information, so I can just put it on the table, and you can just play via Discord, via saying I want this, If you would like some sort of memory aid thing to play along in the game, it might be helpful to use to get a deck of cards. The thing is there's 5 different suits in the game, and the numbers range from 0 to 9. So you could either find some other game that has such a thing with 5 different color suits, 0 to 9, so you can manage your own tiles if you want to. I'll try to keep everything on camera as I do, but as you draft things, if you want something tangible to look at in front of you, you might want to find something to proxy that. But yeah, it's basically you would need a 5 suit deck with numbers that you could proxy to be 0 to 9. So, which you could also just use colored markers and note cards to do if you wanted. So, anyway, in fact, I might just do this next week, unless did I already promise to do something else? I can't remember. I don't think I did.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I know at some point I want to continue Bomb Busters. That's still on the docket too. I might do that. We might not get to Bomb Busters this month because I'm going to Gen Con. So I need to look at a calendar, but I will be missing a Wednesday.
You're gonna go to Gen Con?
Yes.
Holy moly!
So yeah, I am traveling on July 30th, so we will not be streaming that Wednesday, on Wednesday night. So, and this may or may not be my last Gen Con. I don't know. It's been kind of a weird.
You don't have to say that.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I know, I don't know if I'm gonna push to go with BG. There's been a lot of weird drama about people going to Gen Con, just you know what? I just want to sort of absolve myself out of it all. So Tiffany gets to go with me though, which is kind of nice, which is why I've been going, because she comes and helps run the Hot Games room, so she gets to kind of do the con experience with me, and hopefully I've convinced her to continue to come to spring. That'd be nice. The fall one's hard because one of us has to be home with the kids in school and stuff, but the spring one usually is right when school's getting out. So, but anyway. So okay, yeah, that's gonna do it. Let's see who we're gonna go say hello to. Let's see. Maybe we should go raid Kestrel. I see Kestrel is on right now. Yeah, let's do that. We never get to raid Kestrel. What is Kestrel doing? It is 18. She does have her stream marked 18 plus. She's doing something. Is that BGG? I can't tell what she's doing from what's in here. She's building a spreadsheet of some kind, it looks like. So, but we'll run over there and say hello to Kestrel. So, all right. Unable to raid at this time. She must not be accepting raids right now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or because it's only from verified accounts, and I'm not a verified Twitch account because of dumb Twitch. In my phone. So, new plan. Okay. Let's do... Huh.
I'm not seeing anybody doing board games specifically.
Yeah. There's video games. Okay, we're going to raid a friend of mine just because they're playing Mega Man 3, and apparently on actual hardware. Called Late Primrose. I think I might know them from Blood in the Clock Tower, possibly. They're using VTuber software, so yeah, we'll just go say hello over there. All right, that's gonna do it. Game Guildies will be happening on Monday. So I'm on vacation this week, so feel free to hit me up for BGA games. I'm happy to do it. All right. GG, live it up, be well, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye now.